Let's do a quick comparison of UltimateTax, Drake, ProSeries, and OLTPro. Don't go anywhere. You're going to love today's conversation. I guarantee it. So folks, welcome back to today's edition. In today's conversation, I want to talk to you about UltimateTax, Drake, ProSeries, and OLTPro. Of course, we are speaking about professional tax preparation software. We are analyzing 4 providers, and it's really important to understand that anytime we get into this exercise, anytime we're trying to compare and contrast professional tax preparer software tools, we want to pay attention to a few criteria. Very quintessential. Ease of use is the number one. Very, very important. How easy is the software when it comes to using? And not only if you're a single member practice, or you are a small business, a small practice, or a mid-sized practice, you want all team members to be able to use the software easily. What about e-filing? We pay attention to that too, because e-filing is quintessential nowadays when it comes to filing returns, not just at the business level, but also at the personal level. We also pay attention to conversion packages. For us, this is quintessential. Why? Because many practitioners are changing their software from year to year. So no longer are the days where you have to be with the same provider for 20 years. Nowadays, you can switch. And practitioners love that because this is increasing competition. So we pay attention to conversion packages. We also pay attention to the technical support, how easy it is to get in terms of during the tax season and beyond the tax season. What about retroactive tax law changes? This is important also. As you certainly know, we are in the tax industry, and as tax practitioners, we have to cope with a regulatory regime that changes all the time. So you got to be able to handle retroactive tax law changes, not only in the way you file your returns, but also in the way the software gives you the data that you need to file those returns. Before we get into the actual review here, please check out this short video. We do have a very strict methodology on this show when it comes to reviewing, categorizing, and listing professional tax preparation software tools. Check this out. Let me start by talking to you about UltimateTax, folks. This is the first provider I want to review today. It's very important to understand that when you think about UltimateTax, you have a software provider that's great for micro and small practices. And for us, this is really important because they do have several products that are really great in terms of helping you if you are a small practice reach the next level, scale, if you will. So first, we have the UltimateTax PPR. This is a product that gives you affordable and reliable paper return. This is great. You can start your tax preparation business with UltimateTax PPR. We love the fact that this is helps you also limit your risk, your investment, and also your break-even. You are actually keeping your break-even point at a very reasonable level. So this is great. And business returns are available upon request and small additional fee per return. Okay, so if you prepare more than 30 returns per year, you can get more savings. They have something called the UltimateTax 1040. This is what I will be talking about next. So this is basically software where you can file unlimited 1040s with UltimateTax 1040 online or on desktop, anywhere, anytime. Of course, if you have it online, this is a lot better. You also have the UltimateTax Desktop 1040, which is basically the desktop version of what I just told you, the one that is online. And you're able to scale the business with that as well. They also have the UltimateTax 1040 plus corporate. This is the bundle. Here you have a hybrid. If you have a hybrid strategy, if you're trying to have business clients as well as individual clients, then you might want to think about the UltimateTax 1040 Plus Corporate. This is the all-inclusive professional tax software desktop with business returns. Remember, this is a desktop software tool. Okay, so you can't really work from anywhere. You have to be in the office or at home, but yeah. So this is good. And they have also the Ultimate DR. This is actually a great alternative if you're looking for a complete package for individual customers. Okay, so this package actually features document management and unlimited e-filing for all accomplished returns. So you can add $100 for extra features like, let's say, corporate clients write-off and record and tracking of customer invoices, shipments, payments, and balances. So this is really good. And what we love here is that with UltimateTax, we love the fact that they have some kind of partnership with Drake Tax to provide tax professionals with an all-in-one tax software. So this is really good. So in terms of pricing, you can see on the screen here, we have pricing for PPR, online 1040, desktop 1040, and the 1040 Plus Corporate. Okay, and the DDR costs $11.95. So that just so you know. Let me talk to you about Drake, folks. We are still comparing the 4 players in today's conversation, and I want to talk to you about Drake software. Actually, is kind of cool. When you think about Drake software, the way we think about Drake software, we think about a trifecta. We think about a Drake tax, Drake accounting, and Drake documents. Okay, so you have those 3, and most people that we talk to, and including ourselves and the practitioners that we have spoken to, they get the trifecta. Because the way that it's sort of similar, if you will, to the Intuit, the Lacerte, the Pro Connect, and the Pro Series. You have the same trifecta. And so with Drake, you have Drake in the cloud. So you basically have all the power of Drake on the cloud, on the desktop, but in a convenient and secured cloud-hosted environment. So those are really cool, especially if you're looking to diversify your niche, if you're trying to expand your business, if you're trying to scale. It's really good to work in the cloud, especially also if you have a large team. So let's say you started your practice several years ago, you were by yourself, and after a few years you added 10 people, 20 people. Nowadays you have 100 people. You might want to consider the Drake trifecta, because the Drake tax, for instance, allows your team members to work from anywhere. Okay, and we love the fact that you have familiar features, you have data entry and program features, you have e-filing that is included, you have returns that can be stored as PDF, so you can email the return to your clients. Okay, this is where you need to have Drake documents, and you can use it to keep your electronic documents organized, helping you transition to a paperless office. And so you have the federal packages that Drake has. You have Form 1040s, Form 1065, Form 1120S series, all the series, of course, 1120S, 1120, 1041 series for estate and trust. This is for fiduciary-oriented practitioners. You have Form 990 series, the exempt organizations, and the Form 706 series. So this is what you need in terms of that. And if you need some information at the state level, especially pricing information, you want to contact the company at the 1-800-890-9500. So this is what you need to think about when you think about Drake. And one thing I want you to remember is that Drake is adaptable. Drake is scalable. It really depends on what you're trying to get from Drake. It really depends also on the size of your practice. But at the end of the day, here is a software that has all the modules needed for your practice to grow over time. But we also love the fact that you can also grow your practice through their ancillary products, their bank products, their marketing help, their support system, which is really, really comprehensive. I'll be right back right after this. Don't go anywhere. Welcome back, folks. We are still comparing today UltimateTax, Drake, Pro Series, and a 4th player, and that will be, actually Pro Series and Pro Connect, I believe, OLTPro rather. So I want to talk about ProSeries. So when you think about ProSeries, I want you to think about software that is very easy to use. The software has a large constellation of forms, 3,700 forms and more. Okay, you can use the ProSeries form-based data input, and that gives you a straightforward display that's very easy to explain to clients. We love that. You have advanced diagnostics. This is really good. You have online access, and in terms of user friendliness, you have 4 important features you want to pay attention to. You have on-screen help. You have online access. I just mentioned that. You have a where do I enter. This is really good in terms of if you are navigating the federal tax system, especially for 1040, 1065, 1120, 1120S products. And you have the K1 data import. And when we talk about user experience, you are able to do a lot with this product, from hosting for ProSeries to importing from Fixed Asset Manager, QuickBooks, and TXF files. You can download stuff from financial institutions. Those are the 1099 series. And you have client integration with SmartVault. And in terms of productivity, you also have access to software that is really complete in terms of accessing data. You know, you have line sensitive help. You have downloading next year's product, constant on-screen help, where do I enter, K1 data import, and tax return input guidance. You also have to think about the fact that you have ProSeries has a diverse way of supporting you. You have the Intuit Accountants Support Department. You have the Ask the Community. You can call ProSeries 1-800-434-6818. They have the Tax Pro Center. They have the Tax Practices Resources, where you can read articles and quick start guides to help you and your business grow and thrive. You have the industry news also. So this is really something you need to think about. This is really great. And one thing I want to say very quickly here is that it's important to understand that when we talk about ProSeries, you have a constellation of products. You have a constellation of services, a constellation of modules that you can scale based on your business. And I want to talk more about ProSeries, if you will, just for 1 or 2 more minutes. It's important to understand that ProSeries helps you grow, helps your business grow. And they do this through several products. They do this through several modules. They do this through several opportunities on their platform and in your account dashboard. They help you over time scale your business. For example, they help you a lot when it comes to managing clients. Okay, if you're able to manage existing clients perfectly, you can actually draw more clients. You have a high retention rate. You have more customer referrals. Okay, so with managing clients, you're able to access e-file status, the client status, missing client data, the Intuit link, the client checklist. You have client specific billing options. You have client presentation, client advisor, a tax planner. This is really important. You have multiple client letters if you sign up for the professional version of ProSeries. You have hosting for ProSeries. You have the tax scheduler, the client snapshot. You have e-file that are locked. You have e-file locked returns. So this is really good. You're also able to market yourself through the constellation of tools that the ProSeries has. And in terms of pricing, you can see here on the screen. Okay, pricing number 1, screenshot number 1, number 2, number 3, and number 4. So all in all, ProSeries is great for small to mid-sized practices. We love the fact that they have received our highest rating for ease of use, and this is actually applicable to all Intuit products. They're really well designed. And one thing I quickly want to say here is that when we talk about marketing yourself, we are speaking about tools that you can grab from the ProSeries software. For example, in terms of looking into your client list and trying to pitch more products, more services to your clients, but also going through your clients to actually get referrals. But you can also get outside resources in terms of scaling your practice, in terms of building your website, in terms of investing in branding, right? Connecting on social media with your clients and prospective clients, networking with peers, using content marketing and direct marketing, and engaging in partnerships with tax and non-tax accountants. Let me talk to you now about OLTPro. Folks, this is the fourth player in today's conversation. And when you think about OLTPro, I want you to think about the fastest setup provider. So here is a provider that gives you a fast setup. Very, very important. And we love the fact that they're constantly innovating. They're constantly changing their structure. They're constantly adapting to market demands. And so OLTPro is designed to maximize your bottom line by offering a comprehensive, efficient, affordable, and reliable professional tax software. They are really right when it comes to affordability. So cost for value when it comes to OLTPro, fantastic. The only thing is this software provider is still growing. They don't have yet the sophistication of a Drake. They don't have the complexity of a Lacerte. They don't have the variety of forms that you would see in a Pro Connect or in a Pro Series. But they are up there. They are constantly growing. They are really, really great. So here are some features that we love when we analyze the OLTPro software. So you have the document manager. You have the taxpayer portal that is fully automated. You have the e-signature. This is really good. You have the K-import. This is great for your business clients, your people who have your clients who are in partnerships, LLCs, LLPs, and so on and so forth. You have a quick estimator that helps you with simulating your tax obligations or your tax refund. You have the client organizer. This is also really good. You have the client manager. And we love the fact that this module, there's another module called the multi-user management. This is really great, especially if your practice is growing. Let's say you started with the OLTPro with 1, 2, or 5 practitioners, and now here you are, you have 50, 75, 100, 200. This multi-user management module helps you handle that growth and in a very responsive and a very efficient way. You also have reports on OLTPro, and you have a constellation of reports that are very diversified. You can see client data, you can see your own bottom line, your own revenue. You can see data for the season, for the tax season. You can see data, you can do quarter over quarter, this year versus last year, and so on and so forth. And the data can be, the reporting can be granular also. You can even see how much you're making, how much your practice is making from a specific clients. And I'm showing you on the screen here, you have the pricing. You can see the pricing. So you have OLTPro 25, OLTPro Web, and the OLTPro Desktop. Okay. And one thing I need to say here is that you can get the OLTPro Web and the OLTPro Desktop unlimited returns for $649 and $749 respectively. Okay. So this is again what I was telling you earlier. We are speaking here about OLTPro and the fact that they are really affordable. So cost for value, really good. So we are here now at the decision time, folks. We have to make a decision. So we have reviewed UltimateTax versus Drake versus ProSeries versus OLTPro. Which one do you have to choose? Talk to me. Talk to me about your resources. Talk to me about the size of your practice. Are you a single member practice? Are you an oligo member practice? Are you a multi-member practice? Which one are you? Are you a small practice? Mid-size, large? Which one are you? This is very important because this is going to determine whether you go for OLTPro or whether you want to choose Drake, for example. How easy you want the software to be in terms of usage, in terms of user friendliness. Obviously, all software, all tax preparer software must be easy to use. We don't want to spend time with trying to figure out convoluted modules, convoluted settings, convoluted features. No, we as practitioners, our job is to serve clients and make money in the process. That's all. This is a business, folks. So you have to think about what kind of a conversion package you are looking for. Do you need some hand holding? Do you need to contact customer support every single day? Maybe because you are transitioning into a new niche. or maybe because you have a new team and you have a lot of newbies on the team, and those newbies, they need training, and you can't provide that kind of training in-house. So you need to rely on the provider's technical support. So those are things you need to think about. Do you have to handle retroactive tax law changes? In other words, are you in a niche where there have been recent tax laws that affect your client's data, your client's tax data, or your client's prior year returns? So if that's the case, then you might need some retroactive tax law changes. And how do you handle that? Do you want to rely on the provider, or do you want to handle this yourself in-house? So those are conversations that you need to have. Those are questions you need to think. And at the end of the day, the software that you choose must be in sync with your internal operating models. And one thing I also want to talk about is the conversion package. Conversion is important. Nowadays, practitioners change software tools all the time because it's all about pricing. It's all about cost for value. It's all about user friendliness. So if you're not competing, if a software provider is not competing, is not up to par with the others, they just lose clients. So after analyzing those four players in today's conversation, our pick is the ProSeries products. ProSeries 9.5 over 10 in our view, Drake 9 over 10, UltimateTax 8.5 over 10, and OLTPro 7.5 over 10. Thank you so much for your attention. I'll see you another time. Until then, remember, stay marvelous.